welcome to my channel and to this video. My name's Debbie, if we've not met before, and today's video is going to be a little first impressions tutorial kind of video using the Melt Vida palette. So this one here, I've had it since November, middle of November I think. Just haven't had a chance to play with it on camera, and I've not played with it at all because I was waiting to use it on camera. So that's what we're going to use, well, that's what we're going to do today, should I say. And I'm sure you've seen this all over YouTube already. Lots of people have done tutorials with it, but that's the beautiful colour scheme inside the palette. I'm going to stick, I think, a little bit more to the browns and the oranges, so like the middle of the palette. So I've been doing a lot of green looks and a lot of red looks lately for Christmas, and I just fancy to do something a bit more neutral today. So that's what I'm going to do. Probably a nice bright lip to go with it. So I'm going to scoot you in and we'll get started. So as I say, for today's look, I'm going to stick in the browns and oranges. So I'm going to take a transition shade today. I don't do that too often, but I am going to do a classic sort of neutral eye. I probably will put a bit of a twist on it because that's what I do, but predominantly it'll be neutral. So the shade I'm going to use is Atole, which is like a caramelly sort of colour. I've got a Sosu SK02 brush. I've already primed my eyes with the MAC Painterly paint pot and did that quite some time ago. So I did my base and my brows, and I was going to start filming, and I started watching some YouTube videos, and I've done a bit of a YouTube rabbit hole, and I've been up in my beauty room for a good hour since I've applied like my face makeup. It's Saturday and just wanted to chill out a bit today and play with some makeup. So if you're feeling that kind of vibe and want to join me, I thought this might be a little bit of fun to do. So I know quite a lot of you picked up this collection. It was one of the best collections in my opinion of 2019. So, and I love both palettes. I've got the Muerte as well. I've done one look with the Muerte and I will link that for you if you want to check that out. But I think it's a little bit late for sort of a first impressions as such, although this is the first impressions for me. But so many people have done that, so really I'm just going to inspire you of what you can do with it in terms of a look, and just have a little bit of a chat with you like I like to do as we go along. I really love Melt mattes. I don't know if you can see just how easy it is to blend it and just get a seamless look, but I'm not really having to work too hard to do that. And I think with neutrals it's always easier to make a more blended look anyway. I tend to do colours more than neutrals, so it's actually quite nice to not have to work too hard. So I'm not doing my normal winged out shape because I'm kind of bored of doing that at the moment. I've done it a lot. I do love doing it, but I think it'd just be nice to do something else. So I'm just going to do a bit more of a classic eye really. I'm going to build some intensity in the crease with the shade Chocolate. I'm using the Kaleidos S3 to do that. So I'm focusing that more on the outer corner of my crease and just making sure that this is nice and blended. So just light pressure and backwards and forwards. Windscreen wiper motions in the UK. Windshield if you're from the US. That always amuses me, windshield wiper motions, because it's windscreen in the UK. I don't know why we have different terminology for different things, but we do. So that's building super easily on the first shade that we laid down, and they're in the same colour family, which makes it way easier. Gonna go in with Agua Ardiente. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but this colour that I'm pointing to anyway. And the Kaleidos S4. I'm just going to be packing that over about half of my lid, so they're from about the middle and to the corners. Lovely grungy greenness about it. It's really pretty without being too overly green. It's a army khaki kind of browny green, if that makes sense. So I'm just using packing motions to pack that on. Got a little bit of fallout, so just getting rid of that as we go. It's been a hell of a long time since I've done an all matte eye, so I think that's what I might do today. I'm going to go in with the shade Sol on the inner part of my lids. I've got a Sigma Exact blend brush, the E32. And I'm just packing that just in the inner portion of my lid there. At the moment I'm just packing it on, and then I will blend it into the other shades. I think that would come out a lot more orange and intense over a white base, but for what I want it for today, to make a bit more of a neutral look, I think it's perfect because it's looking kind of grungy, but it's bright on the inner part of my lid, which is what I want. Now I've got a clean brush there, Kaleidos S2, and I'm just blending those colours on my lid together. Just to give us a little bit of interest just in this portion here, I'm going to go in with Pan Dolce Spectrum A12. So I'm just building that up just in that front portion there. Finding these mattes easy to blend, but they're quite kick-uppy in the pan. Not getting too much fallout though, which is good, but they are quite kick-uppy. I'm taking that quite close to my nose, almost onto my nose. It's another little trick I do to kind of make my eyes look a little bit bigger than they are. Give myself a little bit more eye space. Just make a bit more eye space. I'm not using any additional product now, but I'm just really making sure that this is blended. I'm almost wrapping it down onto my lower lash as well. Just going in and adding a bit more of that Soul shade. I just think we've lost just a little bit of that shade. Just a bit of backwards and forwards until I'm happy with the shades and the intensity really. Going back in a bit more with that chocolate shade, a deep and increased shade, just to get a bit more drama. Before I do my lower lash line, I'm going to do a wing liner, and I'm going to do that with Fortuna, which is from the Amor Eterno collection by Melt. Not used it yet. So I've got a Spectrum A14, it's quite a wide-ish kind of top to that one, because I'm going to, with gel liner, I always think it's easier to start by just stamping the liner on, so I'll do it that way around. I'm just stamping the corner. I've got a little bit onto that lower lash line, just to give me the guideline of where I want the shape of the liner to go. So that's kind of giving me the shape now. And then I'm going to swap to a fine liner brush to fill in the shape. It's difficult to talk while I'm doing this bit. I'm going to do the other eye off camera. I think I'm going to bring this green focus into the look. So I'm going to use Calm Mood by Linda Hallberg in my waterline. So I'm taking a Morphe E36 now and the shade Aqua Ardiente now. They're sort of greeny, grungy brown. I'm putting that on my lower lash line. I'm going to go in fairly sparingly to start with because I don't want this to get super out of control. Going to about 3/4 of the way across my lower lash line, but I'm leaving this little area here. But did I say at the beginning this is going to be a classic neutral eye? Yeah, right, okay. That didn't happen. You guys know now. You know that's not going to happen very often. I think I'm going to just put a little bit of orange shimmer there. Most of the look's matte, but I want Algeria. So this one here, just in that little portion of my lower lash line. Yeah, I like that there. That's just bringing things to life just a little bit on that lower lash line. Using the Linda Hallberg 301, it's such a good multitasking little teeny tiny brush. Good for detail work like this. When I'm getting to the bit where I've got the Aguardiente shade, I'm just making sure I'm feathering those together a little bit. Okay, I'm going to hop off camera now and just do mascara and choose a lip for the look, and I'll be back with you just to give you some thoughts on the shades and the palette overall. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. What did I say at the beginning? I was like, this is going to be a neutral look. I'm not going to do anything too crazy. And we've got a dramatic green wing, we've got orange lips. But I really quite like how it turned out in the end. So this is what happens. I start playing, I add something and I think, oh, I might try that. And I encourage you guys to do the same as well. I think that's the fun of makeup, is just to have a bit of a play and see what you can create. And I quite like it. So I'm really happy I've got the Vida palette. I don't know if I needed it in my collection. I have a lot of reds and greens already. And I have a fair few neutrals. I've got neutrals by Melt, actually. I've got the Blueprint stack and that's got some nice neutrals in it. But having them all together, and I love the colour story of it, I think I can't wait actually to do something a bit more bright and vivid with the greens and not so sort of dark and grungy as this, and also to play with that red and do something spicy. So it is an inspiring colour story and great to use with the Muerte palette as well, because there's quite a lot of reds in there. So I'm happy that I've got them both. I think I'm more drawn to the other one, which I think a lot of people have said the same, but the quality in the Muerte and in the Vida are very much on a par with each other. I think the shimmers aren't the most see it from space sparkly foil shimmers that you've seen, but having said that, they are still really pretty, and I haven't had to pack that shimmer that I've got in my inner corners over anything, and it is still vivid. It just doesn't look that foiled as such. But the mattes are gorgeous. I think the mattes are the star of the show for Melt, actually. They really do blend out a seamless kind of way. They just melt into each other without blending away to nothing and going powdery, and there's very little fallout, particularly in the way that I use shadows. I pack them on and then blend, and I don't swirl around in the pan first. But for the way that I like to use my makeup, I find they suit me really well, and this is why I'm collecting a lot of Melt. I've got the Radioactive palette, which I'm still yet to use. As I say, I've got the Vida and the Muerte, and I've got a couple of the stacks. I've got the Blueprint stack, and also I've got the lipstick stack. So I'm eager to get some more. Actually, on Beauty Bay at the moment, the Baby Girl stack is on sale for £24. So if you're from the UK and you're looking for Melt, that is still there currently for that price. For 5 of their shades would be a good value. I'm kind of deciding, do I need it, because it's a lot of orange and I do have oranges, but if you're into orange shadows, I think it'll be a really good buy. So my thoughts on the palette, really enjoy it, love the packaging. I mean, you can't really get much more beautiful packaging than is on these, and I know everyone has said it. It's just a perfect release and so well thought out, so much love and care has gone into it. And the gel liners, I've used the Santos one, which is the blue one, in another look, and I will pop that up in the cards for you so that you can have a look at that, which was when I did my first impressions using the Muerte palette. And this Fortuna one, well, it's exactly the same as the Santos one. They dry fairly quickly, so you've got to work quite fast. And because I've got some wrinkles on my eyes, I didn't find it too easy to get a crisp line, but I don't think I've done too bad. I'll just come closer so you can see, but could definitely have been better, but they do last all day. I know that from using the Santos one, so they're quite difficult to get off your eyes. You need an oil-based kind of waterproof eye makeup remover to get them off. But I hope you like the look. The lipstick that I paired it with is a Go Go by Kat Von D, one of the Studied Kiss lipsticks. It's the only really bright orange that I own, but I know Melt brought out a bright orange with this collection. I just didn't buy it because it's not a colour that I gravitate towards too often, and I knew I'd got this one, so didn't think I needed it in a liquid lipstick format. because I'll probably just do this look for this video. Not gonna lie, it's gonna come off. I'm not going anywhere, so it doesn't need to be long wearing or anything, and bullet lipstick is fine for what I want it for. So didn't pick up that lipstick, but I did pick up the purple one, Mariachi, which I've not used yet. I'm excited to use because purple is my favourite colour for lipstick. So hope you enjoyed seeing me use it. As I say, if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you consider subscribing. Drop a comment down below if you've made it all the way to the end, and something either orange or green emoji wise would be nice, just so that I know that you're watching and who makes it to the end of my videos. Other than that, guys, it brings us to the end of the video. Hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.